Hi everyone, this is Shelly. I hope everyone is doing well and having an awesome, wonderful Christmas holiday season. I know it's been busy for all of us. I've been busy too, baking up a storm in my kitchen. So I wanted to share some things with you. This is all about my Christmas cookie prep, and I will show a few of my treats at the end as well. It's not a tutorial type of video, it's more of just how I prepped and baked and how it looked at the end and how I packaged them and stuff like that. So I really hope that you enjoy this video. Please give me a like and a share and all that good stuff. Thank you for watching. I don't know what it is about chocolate chip cookies. I always have the hardest time with chocolate chip cookies. And I don't have a recipe from my grandma. I don't know what happened to her recipe book, but I've tried so many different recipes from Pinterest, Google, YouTube, and I cannot find one that works for me. I've tried them all, even the best of the best ones. So I tried the recipe that was on the back of the Nestle Toll House chocolate chips, and it was the only recipe that worked for me. Don't ask me why, I don't know. So I did have to follow the directions that was for the high altitude baking, and it actually worked. So if you're having trouble like I did, don't be ashamed. Use the recipe that's on the back of the Toll House package, and you'll find out that these cookies are actually really good and easy to make. Okay guys, if you've been looking for a peanut butter cookie recipe, look no more. This is the best peanut butter cookie. So simple, so easy, and it only requires 3 ingredients. Peanut butter, sugar, and egg. So you need 1 cup of peanut butter, 1 cup of sugar, and 1 egg. And then you just mix it together. I'm actually making 3 batches because I'm going to be making quite a bit of cookies, but that's all you need. And then you just bake it off at 350 for 9 to 11 minutes, and they are perfect. They actually are a little creamy on the inside, and they're so good. So I just started making these recently. I found the original recipe on Pinterest, and in that recipe you actually do it by hand in a bowl, but I'm putting it in my mixer because when you mix it up it makes it a little bit more smoother and creamier, so it's easier to just put it in a piping bag and fill your candy with it. It is really good and everyone raves over them. So I was trying to be really creative this year by making different types of cookies. I took all of my cookies cutters from last year and I combined them with my new cookie cutters, and I came up with an idea to create packages with mini cookies, small cookies, large cookies, and personalized cookies. And I made all different types. I even created like my own shapes, especially with the personalized ones. Every year when I make cookies, I start off by giving boxes of cookies to my husband's job, the guys at work. They really love my cookies. They appreciate them. They always look forward to them. So this year when I gave them the first boxes of cookies, they were so in awe of what they saw that they actually asked me to make cookies for them so that they can give them away as gifts themselves. And of course I couldn't say no because, you know, this is what I do and I really love doing it. But unfortunately I can't sell my work, so I can only charge for costs. And so that's what I did. But they kept me so busy. I made over 250 cookies. By the end of this whole baking season, I was waking up in so much pain from constant piping. And towards the end, you'll see some of my work is a little muddled and not like perfect. But I made so many cookies. And my intention was to share how I did all of them. I did film several of these cookies. A lot of them became repetitive, so I did film every cookie design, and I was going to post them all. For every other day I would be able to post a new video, but unfortunately I was working non-stop. I was getting up at 4:30 in the morning, and I would start working at 5:30, and I would stop working at 8 o'clock at night. There just was no time to edit videos, so that's why I can't post them. But next year I'm going to be a little bit better at execution of this whole process. I thought I had everything in order and stuff like that, but I really didn't. This is the first year that I've ever had done this on camera, so now I know what to expect. So next year I'm going to get started early so that I can post videos before I actually start baking. Okay, so I just want to take a moment to explain a couple of things. The way that you can tell if your cookies are going to be good or not. And I'm going to say right off the bat, like, you can bake your cookies 4 days up to a week in advance and they still will taste fresh, especially when you put icing on them and you bag them individually. They will last for quite a while, and you can actually freeze these. I think I've mentioned that in my videos before. But what I really wanted to explain to you is how you could tell when your cookies are good. If you look over here, you can tell that I've overworked the dough a little bit because I've made so many batches of cookies that I've had to reuse the scraps in order to make new cookies. So what I do is I take my scraps and then I take fresh dough, and that's what I use to make new cookies with. But sometimes I mess up. Sometimes they're a little too thin, so I redo them. And so you'll see the little rippling on them. If your dough starts to spring back when you roll it out, that means that the glutens have been overmixed and the cookie dough is going to be a tough cookie once you bake it. If you bake up your cookie and you could feel that it's soft and it's slightly brown on the bottom, they're going to be just fine. So don't feel overwhelmed or don't be discouraged if your dough has a little bit of rippling on it. It's going to be fine, but try not to overwork your dough. But when I'm mass producing, it's kind of inevitable, and it's just gonna happen. Your cookies are gonna be really soft, and I like my cookies to be on the thicker side. 1/4 inch cookie, it's best. I like a thicker cut cookie because when you put royal icing, the ratio between royal icing and cookie is perfect. It's not gonna be overly sweet, and your cookie's gonna taste really good. Like this one right here, I think I'm gonna redo it because like I'm touching it and it's kind of hard, and you can see these ones right here, because they have such small edges on them compared to these, they're gonna bake up a lot quicker. So I'm gonna redo this one because this one's gonna be kind of hard. See how it just like cracked in half? If I do that to these cookies and I just put slightly any pressure on them, it's not gonna do that. So these are still gonna taste good, don't get me wrong, don't throw them away, you can eat these. But if you're doing this for gifts or you're doing this as your business or whatever, and you're just getting started, if your cookie is going to break and crack like that really quickly, then you know that you overbaked your cookies. But some people like their cookies like that. My preference is that I like them to be a little bit on the softer side because softer baked cookies will stay fresh longer. Okay guys, well if you're still watching, thank you so much for being here with me today. I had so much fun this year creating all of these cookies and treats. Again, I'm sorry that I wasn't able to do a step-by-step tutorial type video, but I am so grateful for the footage that I was able to get and that I was able to share this with you guys this year. Hopefully next year will be so much different. Please consider hitting that like button if you like this video and share if possible. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a very wonderful Merry Christmas. Bye guys.